give us a moment to double check the sound and the volume. And, make sure everything's good.
Come.
So, just 1 second.
Kind of we good? All right, shalom. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. The 120,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen that look like those heathen, the Israelite foreigners. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you we say shalom. All right, we're just going to go right in on this lesson and about Americans being afraid. And then some of them are too stupid to be afraid because they have no idea what's going on. All right, real quick, can somebody get Matthew 6? I mean Matthew 24 and 6. We're gonna read down to about verse 9.
Kyle, you want it right now?
Yeah, get that, and then there was another one I had in my head too. Oh yeah, then Daniel 12.
I got you.
Yeah, you know the one I want. 12.
12-1.
Matter of fact, let's read that one first.
This is Daniel.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time, to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book."
Which is why we do this work. All right, we go out and do this work and make our bodies a living sacrifice. On the highways and byways, in season, out of season, so that we can be worthy to be labeled in that number. Because really bad things are happening already, and they're going to happen here in America. You don't have millions of people that just flooded through the borders, and probably a good 100,000 of them are military age combatants, and that's going to show itself to be true, but very soon enough. I mean, very, very soon. All right, if you would play that first, not the one that he says that he's scared. That one first. We'll hold that Instagram. All right. Matter of fact, you know what? Play yours first. Play yours first, the one that you have, because America, the soldiers know their situation. They know that they're spread thin. They know that they're facing an enemy that like they've never faced before. When this war begins to progress, man, and so this guy's just gonna break it down to you, man. All right, because these people that's going over to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, they're never coming back, man. And those of them don't die in the war are gonna die when YAHAWASHI comes back. All right, there's no way out. There's literally no way out. They're gonna enter that cage, but nobody leaves it. All right. Right.
Man, listen.
Too close.
I got something to say about this whole little fucking World War III shit. Man, listen, I'm just say this.
Turn your light
When we
down.
go to war, we are fucked. Like, we're actually fucked. I'm not good at politics or all that other shit, but I'm not dumb. I'll tell you that. And from what I can see on social media, we are fucked. People are taking this too lightly. Lives are gonna be lost. Fucking damage is gonna be done. But guess what? We don't care. They don't care. All we care about is making TikToks and see how many views we can get, how many likes this video can get.
And if and he was trying to actually hold back
This
tears.
ain't a fucking game, man. This ain't Call of Duty. This ain't warfare. This is real fucking life.
Sound like a brother.
It is.
Yes,
Are we really finna die behind this shit?
He was trying to hold back tears because he was like, this shit, we get ready to die. And he's right.
I'll say this.
So you can stop it right there. So this guy's probably gonna get brought up on charges. They're gonna shut down his page. He's in the military. He's in uniform.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's probably why it was private. You have to go to the channel, to get the information. But that's the sentiment of most soldiers. This is, and you won't see that because soldiers that they put in front of the camera have been prepped to say and what not to say. All right. But that's the true sentiment of most soldiers. And Americans are completely oblivious to the things that are about to happen. You can go ahead and bring out that Matthew and then and get up that video about the Rule 2.13 that just passed in New York. That they tried to fight this thing last year and they struck it down, but now it actually just passed. While everyone was worried about the Super Bowl and all this other shit that don't matter. You know, the fight, the never-ending fight over Jordan and LeBron, you know, the bullshit that don't even matter, you know, people are worried about shit that ain't important, man.
Can I get this picture?
Right, it was clear. MJ is the best.
Real quick, Isaiah 3:25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war. It's prophesied that you know that everybody that's in this that's joining, everyone that's joining to them shall be thrust through. So he knows that it's inevitable. If he was smart, he would have did what one of Elder D-Max movie played the psycho, you know, say, man, I'm about to kill everybody, and they would have just discharged your ass. But now these people, everybody in part of America, Army, NATO, what army? Y'all going down.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, and it's the UN, which the NATO is a UN army, by the way, which is funding the downfall of America in the first place.
That's right.
Got the receipts on that now.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not just hearsay. It's
That's
the documents, the actual documents have been revealed now. They're out there.
That's right.
Okay, so that's another thing. This internet is doing damage to Esau Edom. He's going to have to shut down or at least control and then and restrictions on this internet. That in itself could cause an uprising because these people gonna lose it without their they can't swipe and shit. These women can't get their likes. You know, they can't get people to look at their ass and titties.
They showed us before.
They're gonna lose it.
They showed us before even my little boy before the phone. He up there playing catch. He up there playing games. He running around and doing everything. And they showed him after the phone. And then when the parents took the phone from him, he hitting them. He throwing shit. He spazzed out, lost his mind. You know what I'm saying? People, there's demons attached to this internet, and it's empowered the people.
And they start them little, little bitty kids know how to operate tablets and video equipment shit better than I do.
Yeah.
They have a term for it. It's like, what is it called? Game. Basically, when they spaz out, they
Screen time.
Rage.
No. It's when they basically
Rage quitters.
Yeah, it's like rage quitting because the technology that you use sometimes it can have a certain control on you, and like that's the reason why they say
vibration.
Yeah, it has a vibration. You shouldn't sleep near the motherfucker. You shouldn't be around the shit all the time.
Especially with these young kids, because what it says it set off certain endorphins in their mind. All right, because you know they say you're sitting close to the TV and mess your eyes up. That's not true. Esau actually, it's a flicker rate. The TV flickers, and what happens is the children they go into them when they sit close.
A trance.
Yeah, because
I mean,
of the flicker rate.
If you if you took the sound out and just peek the camera in, with anybody that's watching the TV movie, what you see is this.
Because they've been hypnotized.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're in a trance.
Like
That's the witchcraft.
Especially the
program.
Yep, that's it.
Well, that's why they call it you're back to your regularly scheduled program because it is programming.
Yeah.
All right, but go ahead and
You
get
want
that.
that, Matthew?
Yeah, read that Matthew, and then we're gonna play this video with this woman.
All right.
It's the New Yorker.
All right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And it reads, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
God, so some of us are gonna have to pay the ultimate price for this. But even if we do pay that price, you know, we believe, and this is those of us who died doing this work of YAHAWASHI. The scriptures clearly say that we'll be the first to be raised up. You know, and that's just what it is, man. All right, and like you said, it's dark days are upon us. It's not, you know, we don't have to say it's coming. It's here.
Right. That's right.
It's here, man, and the hearts of many are grown cold. There's so much violence, so much murder. You know, I was showing the brothers a video yesterday of the Edomite in Romania that you know that KO kicked the Edomite woman unconscious and then lit her on fire, man.
Damn. The other bitch, you better get the fuck out before I kill you too. And she turned around
You know,
and got
that shit was crazy, man. You know, he literally chased her to the doorway and was pouring shit on her. And the Lord wanted her to, you know, to pass, because she actually got away from him, and then she slipped and fell like she was in a horror movie.
Yeah.
She slipped and fell. The other old woman went and tried to intervene to stop him, you know, and he slipped and slid right through the door. The one security door was keeping him away from her. And she tripped and fell in the doorway. Instead of getting up and just running away, she trying to fix her clothes and all that shit, and he got in and he finished pouring the shit on her. All right, and then he kicked her. Then the old woman, he pushed her out of the way, and when she was trying to get up, she was on all fours, and as soon as she raised her head up, he kicked her in the face and slumped her. All right, and she was out of it, and then he kicked her again, and she went limp. All right, and then he kicked her one more time, and then the old woman got in front of him again. All right, the young chick had already ran up the stairs. All right, and the old woman tried to get in front of him again, and he said something to her, and you saw her do the old woman shuffle.
Man, she
turned around and she got up out the way, and next thing you know, you saw him reach down on the ground, and he boom, and that shit, it went up. It was pretty horrific, you know.
Damn.
All right, and he burned, and he even burned himself, because when he was pouring stuff on it,
He got
all
on
over his feet and his legs, and you saw him out in the hall trying to put his own feet and his legs out, man. All right, so it was actually she died horribly, but she died mercifully because she was completely she was completely knocked unconscious or dead from them 3 kicks to the head. But imagine if he'd have did that and she was completely conscious. All right, so yeah, you know, at least for her sake, she was already, you know,
Out.
I appreciate it.
Bring it out, brother.
This Psalm 68:20. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues from death.
That's right. So the Lord allowed that to happen. No one dies unless the Lord allows it to happen. And that old white woman, it was her time. And that dude looked like he was like in his late 30s, early 40s. You know, he was a young man, but he wasn't a young man.
Right.
All right. You know. And and it was, I'm just, you know, that did like trigger my mind, like what the hell did she do to make this dude come after her like that, you know? Because this woman looked like she was like in her early 60s or something, you know? And so why did this, you know, and guess what? You didn't see that on TV nowhere because it was a white man, you know, and a so-called white man, and, you know, and they always have to try to have the appearance to be the most pious and upstanding.
Keep the image clean.
Yeah, right. But all you see is dudes and shiesties breaking windows and sticking, you know, robbing stores with the perfect camera angles every time.
Kicking doors and all.
You know, that completely orchestrated robberies, you know, so that they can occupy your mind and hide and keep the truth from you. The real face of evil is this man who refers to himself as, you know, Caucasians, or as I call them, the Cajuns of Caw. Right. But you got something?
Yeah, I had a precept.
Right, go ahead, brother.
This Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
So the Lord is ultimately the creator of all these spirits, and they're actually pleasing him.
That's right.
So it pleases him. So look, so when these things happen, when all these bad things happens, as this society collapses, as what we're about to listen to, this is going to cause a lot of drama, especially in New York and around the rest of the country. Because if they pass it in New York, it's going to go across. It's same, and if they pass something in California, it's going to go across the country. That's how it works. All right.
And now it's gonna be worldwide because just like they did in 2019, they started the shit over here. Next thing you know, it was the whole planet.
Yeah.
The whole planet was locked down. All right, so this
Especially everything that Esau controlled,
Mhm.
and then all the smaller countries that have to deal with Esau
Fell in line.
because they have no choice because their money and everything is connected and business is connected, which is why the nations are so mad and everyone's gonna why that soldier said we fucked. Because he knows that the whole world is gonna. America can't fight the whole world, man.
Yeah.
Someone used the LeBron example. I was listening to something and the guy said, LeBron, if he on the court and he playing, he gonna dominate everybody. But he started naming off all these other players and he said, now you put these players on the court, and none of them are playing with him. He's playing by himself. He can't do anything. So you could be the strongest of the strong. You can't. You don't have eyes behind your head, man. So they're just gonna be dunking on him and shooting on him, and he's just right. He's gonna be worthless out there, and trust me, the American military is not what it used to be in the first place. And they don't even have a mindset that they.
And even if they were, you have this the warfare that they're not trying to tap into, which is going into the nuclear warfare. That's like the NRBR. Those are the weapons that they said the weapons of mass destruction, where it's a policy they agreed to not use those. But
yeah, that's all treaty is over with.
That's gonna fail miserably because now Biden, America's getting so much heat over the genocide that the Israelis are doing. America's is starting to pull out now, and it's gonna be it's a beautiful day. That's going to be a beautiful day when them Israelis get left hanging and actually get what they deserve for doing what they're doing to those people and around the world for that matter. All right. And then now they're controlling America. The Israelis control America, man. All from the damn near most of the people in your government, most of your senators, your cabinets, they got the ADL, the APAC, all these different things, and they control policy. And like the woman said, well, what if there was a Russian APAC? Or Chinese, how you gonna let another country have organizations that
control your destiny?
Well, they control the exactly of the people of the land that they're in.
Right.
Yeah.
So what that means is that even though they're Americans, they're putting Israel first over Americans. You sending all this aid, they control your media, they control every damn thing, man. And then when you and just pointing out the truth isn't anti any goddamn thing. I get tired of them, or tired of people trying to use that terminology and excuse to dismiss evil, to dismiss wrongdoing. All right. When you point out things that they're doing wrong, or you're just anti-Semitic. You dropping bombs on children, women and children who are not combatants.
Hospitals.
All right. And then you keep coming with the same lame lie. Well, the Hamas is hiding in there.
Right.
Now we're going to Rafah because they moved over here. They got 4 strongholds. We're going to have to get everybody out of there too.
And then you then brainwash your people in your nation. You got little children cheering and women cheering of the death of small children and babies. All right. Now, granted, at the end of the day, to hell with Ishmael, because Ishmael, along with the rest of the Confederacy in Psalms 83. Put their hands on our people and got us and helped put us in the position that we're in. All right. But the flip side of that coin is that we're promised to be co-heirs with YAHAWASHI. All right. So at the end of the day, those are heathens we killing, man. I mean that you're murdering. You're not even killing them because there's a difference between killing and murder. All right. There's a complete and total difference. All right. When you murdering someone, you're taking their life unrighteously. All right, and those heathens belong to us. The Lord said that this place and the heathens were created for ourselves. And I was watching the video with Elder Apostle Tahar, and he broke down how that word in Psalms 2:8. Somebody get it real quick.
Got
Read.
Got it?
You want the word or you want the
Read the scripture, brother. Hey, Lahab again. What's going on tonight, brother? Come on.
This Psalms 2. Oh, okay.
It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the othermost parts of the earth for thy possession.
Right. So he pointed out that word heathen, in that particular scripture, is actually talking about land. So he's giving us their land. So we have their land. Guess what? We own them too. Duh. All right. So, the heathens, the world was created for our sakes. Those are our heathen, our land, our people. All right.
TikTok. Yeah.
You cut the
They
feet.
don't even give you a warning no
They don't
more.
like him.
Yeah. Well, it's
Too hot.
it's too hot.
And what we're saying.
Well, nothing
is
was
the
said
truth
wrong.
is dead.
Nothing was said wrong or anything.
We ain't buying no baby.
Yeah.
And we, everything we said, we got proof, we got the receipts for it.
Anytime you bring up them you wish they get the
Right.
pain is getting
It
hurt.
was because they are them.
Yeah.
They are them. Every
And that's
single
on
agency.
that's not even YouTube, but I mean it's a huge community of you wishes.
Yeah,
TikTok got code words you can't. Hot phrases you can't say though.
Well, you
You
gotta
can't
let me
say
know that.
death or kill or really shit like that on TikTok. So they weird. Fuck them.
I had a precept real quick for what you said earlier.
Go ahead, brother.
This going to America's being weak. Jeremiah 51:30.
Perfect.
The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. So these American soldiers, when they became as women, man, they're gonna be as Mr. Prophecy, man. All right. As close we get to this war, hey, they're not gonna be scared to fight. The scriptures say the Lord will put the spirit on them to fight. Man.
Yeah,
I got it.
They're gonna fight,
I got it.
but they're not even gonna want to fight.
I got it.
Yeah.
Even though they're doing it. Bring it out, brother.
Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 13. Okay.
We just go to
Have
my,
these precepts.
my Mount.
Well, I got one while you're getting that. You got
YouTube
it?
channel.
Now I'm here. I'm
And
just
just continue. So what
Okay.
happens to that video? They just delete it.
Yeah, unless the appeal comes back that you
my-
didn't
my
do nothing
phone
wrong
tweaking.
and pop
No,
back
take
up.
your time, Pops. I got one. This Jeremiah 50:36. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote.
kicking in and out.
A sword is upon her mighty men, they shall be dismayed. And we know the liars, the chief liars, Esau Edom, man. All right. St. John 8:44. All right. Now it's referring to Cain, the first murderer, but we know Esau Edom is the Cain reincarnate. And furthermore, Deuteronomy, I believe the 33rd chapter, because all that come against thee shall be found liars. So that sword is going to come upon Babylon. They done told us we Africans. They done told us we everything but who we are.
Long way.
They say the northern kingdom come from China.
Right. Put the buttons up. Turn the
No,
sideways
but
buttons
the sword is
Buttons
coming
up.
upon them, right? A sword is
Buttons up.
upon their horses
Yeah.
and upon their chariots that were builders, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, proving that this is America, that melting pots,
Yeah.
and they shall become as women.
That's right.
A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. So Esau, hey, this place is going to fall, and not only is it going to fall, it's going to fall violently, man. And these people are going to show that they ain't shit. See, these motherfuckers, like the Venezuelan dude or whatever he was, that just was robbing the store, shot at security, shot at a cop, they hauled him off, but that's gonna start trending more.
Oh yeah.
All right, you got these Venezuelans from Caracas here, so you got the violent ones here. Then you got these fucking Hamites that was ex-military here, man.
Yeah.
So what do you think they finna do? They finna use their skills, man.
Yeah.
Man, I keep seeing, bro.
And you got them cartel-minded kidnapping type,
Yeah.
they're very good at crime, man. Just watch Narcos, man. The Northern Kingdom on a whole nother level of violence toward each other, man. And no one really likes Americans. So when they turn that kind of,
And let's not forget what Senator Durbin said, which goes right in with this video right here with the UN exposed, and how they bring the receipts that they're paying and funding all these different military age men coming on in.
That's why
All right.
Right. How did this nigga get from Africa to South America to get up here?
exactly.
Right.
And the same thing with China.
Right. It's
You
not
got,
Chinese
you,
motherfuckers.
you
too,
got
yeah.
you got thousands upon thousands of Chinese military age young men that look all fit and in shape. All right. And some of them they even flew over here. They flew them to South America and then brought them in right through Mexico.
And we have
Right.
such a shortage in military people, and they said the current amount of people in American
Military.
is as low as damn near as it's ever been.
Ever been.
And since into modern times, it's low.
Yeah, and they're gonna need forces here in America to police America when all hell breaks loose. And they're gonna use a lot of these migrants because you got the two types of migrants. You got the enemy combatants that are coming in, and then you got the ones that they want to use. All right, because they're promising them citizenship and all sorts of things for their
Let them get
families.
cops, let them get guns.
Yeah.
and all this shit.
Yeah, because meanwhile they're trying to take gun rights and you know
From
Illinois is
North
doing
Boston.
all kind of things trying to take guns out of the hands of legal gun owners.
Which goes
Right.
against the Constitution.
Completely and totally. But yet, you know, and not just Illinois, but other states too. But you know, they want to take guns from Americans, but they want to put guns in the people who came here illegally, according to them. So there's no wisdom left in teaming. You know, these people are not wise and they're not fit for rulership.
I want to jump up because this. Did we play the video clip yet with the
Right.
the nigga true crime?
Right.
Yeah, he did play it. We can play it again.
No, that's cool. This is Jeremiah 50:33. Thus said the Yahawah of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. So, northern southern kingdom here in America stuck. And they ain't letting us go. They ain't telling us who we are here. They trying to divide us, right? Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts, Yahawah of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, which means judge. He may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So the Lord is bringing all this extra violence to the land, man. He's bringing all this extra fear. This is the Lord's doing. And why? To save us. And I asked about that black dude because he's crying, oh, I'm not ready to die for this country. You know what that is? Ephesians the 2nd chapter. See, he's in a world without hope. See, we're glad that these migrants are coming here. Let them on in.
We're the only people that are actually excited about this thing.
That's right.
Because we're literally seeing the downfall of our enemies. And we have faith and know that we're going to be delivered out of this. And we've been warning you of these things before they happen.
Yep.
For years.
You've
And
been
now
saying
they're
it.
happening, and they're happening just like we told you
Yep.
according to the scriptures.
Yep.
But so some believe now and don't scoff as much, and some just continue to scoff. All right? And you're going to die.
And they're gonna die in their unfaithfulness, man.
That's right. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, the wise men, said Yahawah. So eventually, them Israelis will go through. These heathens gonna turn on your ass, man. All right, Russia gonna get that evil thought. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, said the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes and upon her wise men. So they fucking up.
Yeah.
They can't make the right decision no more. They destroy their own fucking country.
Oh, yeah. Well, because what's going on is that the bankers, which we know who they are, you know, the small hatters, they really don't have any use for America anymore.
Right.
All right, because automation and AI is going to replace all the you know the
Menial jobs.
the minimum wage level things are all going to be taken over. I mean, I saw a whole restaurant which was all automated with robots. Even had a robot cook.
Right? And like the Isaiah 47 says, that perfect storm, because you got that level, and then you got the Israelis. That's basically the least of the flock shall draw them out. The Israelis are making decisions that don't help out the rest of Europe.
That's right.
Getting into it with these other OPEC nations that surrounding them, putting up these sanctions, having America come fight with them. These other European nations, they not with it.
Yeah,
They're against this shit, but America follow Israel, and they force it, man. So
and we already know why. ADL, APEC, and all those the same thing. The same information I said that made these soft, sorry sons of bitches on TikTok cut the feed.
That's right.
All right.
But Joe Biden said years ago that
Because we told the truth.
right.
And I didn't slander and call them, racial slurs, anything like that.
they ain't
Just
calling
tell
y'all
the
no
truth.
hook-nosed rats.
All right. I sure didn't.
Hey, but you know, you go back.
That don't
to-
mean that you're not that maggot.
That's right. Over 20 something years ago, Biden said that he's a Zionist. He called himself a Zionist, and his whole cabinet are all "you wish you were us's." Okay, so that's the reason why we do whatever Israel. Matter of fact, there is an inside joke amongst the media that not a Jew is actually running America. You know what I'm saying? Because they do whatever he says.
And it benefits him personally to keep this conflict going,
Mhm.
which is going to cause a problem. Because I just saw a video where Biden was trying, saying something about stopping.
Yeah.
But Benjamin Netanyahu is he's in trouble with his own government
That's right.
because his own people don't really like him and they want him out. And
He's in trial.
can
He's in court.
you really blame him? And if the war stops, then all the legal
Everything
proceedings
freezes.
Go back home.
all the legal proceedings start against him again.
Yeah.
And when I was,
Right,
I was-
he had charges being brought up on him, criminal charges for war crimes and all sorts of underhand dealings and things like that. He was caught up in their courts with that.
Right.
And he even
Right.
tried to change the whole court system, and they wouldn't let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the reason why
He's trying to make himself a dictator over there.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right, and so with this, if you can hypothetically orchestrate your own, 911 type thing where, and allow, some of your people to possibly get killed, and then I can go in and kill and crush the enemy, and I'll be labeled as the hero. Sounds like a plot to a movie.
Yeah.
All right, and basically, I just described half the things that go on in most of the main world countries, especially those that are within the UN and U.S. countries. That's the shit that they do.
It says Satan made himself as an angel of light. So he likes to make himself the hero.
Yeah.
What's that? Incredibles. That's what the dude was
Yes.
doing. He was causing all the shit that comes to save the day.
I'm a Virgo too.
Yeah, and he was murdering off the heroes.
Yeah, it sounds like
All right.
what's his name?
He
Man, when he
studied-
hate, he act like he like
He
it.
studied their weaknesses, and he exploited their weaknesses, and he killed them. Because you remember when they found that when he was inside that cave, he found some of their skeletons.
Mm-hmm. He was
Right?
killing them off.
He was killing them off and hiding their bodies.
Cause he would play like he was the good guy. He fucked with him. He really didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
And then when he
All
then
because
he
he was mad at Mr.
Envious.
pretty much.
Yeah.
And what they
Well,
say,
and because he was mad, did he do anything wrong to him? No.
Nah. Yeah.
They
You know,
rejected him for being a
was
sidekick or something.
basically it was just a Jacob and Esau type scenario. He was just jealous that he wasn't him.
It's just like 300. When he got rejected, the one
He went so
because he couldn't make it. It's like you just don't fit the
The
part.
hunchback.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't fit the part. Like you're not a part of this.
There was a hole in the
It's
wall.
Esau.
There's a hole in the shield.
He gave him a job though. He just didn't want that.
He didn't want that. He could actually could have been a part of them, but not to what he wanted to do. But and it's like, dude, you're not physically able to.
Well, Esau could
He
have
said,
been.
but I can still use you.
Esau could have been a part of a small part of the kingdom, but he messed up his part in the garden.
Nah, he was never designed.
Scripture don't say that.
Scripture don't.
I'm talking about.
Scripture
I'm speaking.
It say
Nah,
put
he-
by Esau.
yeah.
I'm speaking about going towards the garden. When it was in the garden, he actually fucked up his part, but it was already set up for him to do that.
He was the serpent in the garden.
Yeah, he was a serpent, man.
That's right.
But he was an a-hole. All right.
You made that video with it, okay?
From the beginning, man. He was an a-hole, man.
Yeah.
All right. He was an a-hole when he was when he
When he had
came,
color.
and when he came back as
He was made that
Esau.
way.
when he came back as Esau, he was an a-hole again.
Vessel of wrath.
Esau
They did it for the
Esau was an asshole because when his father told Jacob to go get a daughter, he said, "Don't deal with
He went and did everything.
yeah." He turned around and did that shit.
Yeah,
Man.
you're right,
Bitch ass
bro.
nigga, man.
He
Well,
went.
you
He
know
went
what?
right there.
The Edomite man, all right. Everything that is holy, everything that's written in his book, he's done opposite.
Yep,
Yes,
Literally opposite. He walks around. He shaves the hair off his face.
Clean country.
All right. He's clean contrary to the scriptures, and he even knows because even in his falsified Renaissance relics, his falsified Renaissance relics of the disciples and the prophets and stuff, he shows them with beards. All right. And the only people who bald their faces, was
Esau.
starting with Alexander, with his people. Whom, by the way, a lot of you brothers aren't aware of it, but I showed some receipts of the relics that actually came from Petra and all the little places around Petra, and it's beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's the Edomites. That is not because they try to say that it's Arabs that live there and built all that up. But but there's a museum in Jordan that has all the relics that came from Petra and they came from the surrounding cities, because there's cities all within from 20 miles to 30 to 40 miles away. There's cities around it just built just like it. And others, and all the relics came from there. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference from them from Roman relics or Greek relics.
Or government buildings now.
Like in
Yeah.
Or government buildings
going
now.
to the beers, even that movie, the Book of Clarence, you know, which was
Bro, I ain't watch it yet, bro.
just the account of the people how they look. You know, the
Oh
Edomites.
yeah, damn, calm.
The Edomites had.
Those are the relics that came from this temple.
Yeah, that's straight Esau.
It's Esau.
Yeah.
All right.
Which we knew, but
You see
yeah,
that?
that's
Now,
crazy.
one
So
of
this is very powerful.
Yeah,
Damn
right.
it. And this was on the History Channel, by the way.
That's Joe Biden right
You
there.
know?
now one of these, I forgot the name of the Edomite, but one of them had married the Arabic woman, and that's how they, just like Esau, they'll marry into
Yeah, from the
somebody,
from the
and then they'll
matriarch.
be like, hey, no, they're Arabs now because they married into the bloodline. Like, no,
No.
Man,
no,
Yeah,
no,
because they're trying to duck and dodge.
Yeah, the
They're
matriarch.
trying to duck and dodge their heritage and their
Who
punishment.
wants to be Esau?
And flip side of it, you're right, brother. I mean, you know, from their point of, in their defense, all right, and I was saying their defense, I can understand why they wouldn't want to be who they are. I get that. I can't even knock you for not wanting to be Esau. I can't even blame them for that. But you are. You know.
Hey, so about to enjoy the last of it now,
It
then.
to be everybody on the planet that have fake like they're the samurais, fake like they're the Egyptians, fake like they're the Israelites, fake like they're everybody, but they won't fake like themselves.
No, they completely and totally falsify history.
Like you said in the movie,
I said
the TV
I
show.
called it years before
Yeah,
that.
and it happened. As soon as they portrayed Esau, it was some niggas.
Yeah, they showed Esau for the first time
Some
biblically.
looking niggas.
And biblically, and they showed some Hamite looking dudes, like they went, you know, like they were exactly. And I was like, look at this shit, and I said that they would do that, and
And
they
I took that
Hey,
down like
so that
within
was
a week or so.
prophesied,
I took that show down.
it aired 3 weeks, and I did a lesson on it
That's
immediately.
what they took it
You know, say, God damn it, he watch everything.
Take it that by him.
Yeah, I did. I went in on it hard.
That's what TikTok said too.
I went hard on that show, and they put in within 3 weeks. It didn't even last a month.
Right.
They pulled it off.
It went off after the very episode that they introduced the so-called
The Esau. When they show Esau as a so-called black man,
Mhm.
that because they, you know what, they didn't want that discussion point. They didn't want that talk point. And I use imagery, and they didn't want that talk point.
Even with in the movies, like in the book of Noah, in the movie Noah, he said Tubal Cain said, "Damn if I do, damn if I don't do just that." He said, "Damn if I do, damn if I don't, damn if I don't do just that." So he like, well, I'm fucked if I don't serve the Lord. I'm fucked if I do try to serve the Lord. So I'm gonna just be a piece of shit.
Well, that's part of the doctrine, but that's actually
And
part of
that-
the
and that's
doctrine.
pretty much
That's Esau.
Doctrine for real. They got
That's
they
that
got
YOLO.
Yeah.
They got a clause called, I think they call it the Samson clause or something like that. If they get to the point where they can't control everything, they're gonna blow everything up. If I can't be on the court, I'm taking the ball, I'm taking the court, nobody can play.
Yeah.
And that's their.
They show that in their movies
And,
at times
and
too.
they're bringing on all these draconian type measures to suppress and oppress the people. So that's like this rule 213 that they just passed in New York. And if we could go ahead and play that Arala Babusha.
I've ever made. Not just for New York City, it's for the entire state of New York. We are all gonna have to run and get the fuck out of here. Let me explain to what happened over the weekend. Rule 213. Anybody remember what Rule 213 was supposed to be? Or what it is now? Over a year ago, Governor Hochul tried to have something come in place called Rule 213, where the state can come remove you from your home and put you into quarantine. And I'm not talking about C-19. I'm talking about any disease, including Lyme disease, toxic shock syndrome, things that aren't even contagious, okay? This happened last March. It was approved to go through until a bunch of lawyers sued them for it. And the judge appealed it. They said, this is not gonna go through, no thanks, goodbye. Until this past September, when Governor Hochul appealed that decision. Followed up with the New York State Supreme Court Appellate Division, 4th Judicial Department. Both sides gave their argument. Hochul's lawyers saying, oh, it's not going to be as bad as you think, while the other lawyers saying what the nightmare will be if this goes through. Number one, there's no age restriction. It could be a newborn baby, it could be your grandparents, it could be you who just gave birth. There are no restrictions to removing the person that needs to come out and go quarantine. Could be in the middle of the night, middle of the day, while you're at work. Doesn't matter. They take you, you have no right. There is no due process. There are no court hearings. There is also no time duration limit. You are there until they tell you you can leave. You are forced also to take whatever medicine that they give you, whatever vaccine that they decide is good for you. On that list also includes experimental drugs. They're allowed to experiment with your body to see if something will work. And I'm not making this shit up. This is all listed on the appeal. The worst part is you are not allowed to take a test to prove that you are not even sick. They don't care about test results. If they deem you to be a problem, they just take you out and put you into a quarantine. If you look up on Google, some websites will say, no, it's not a quarantine case, it's something else. Well, really, what the fuck would you call it? They announced over this weekend, the appeals court finally got back with a decision after months later, and they put it through. Rule 213 is now in place for the entire state of New York. Attorney Bobby Ann Cox is saying there is only one more place they can appeal this. Is the New York State Court of Appeal. That's our last chance. Frankly, I don't know how any judge could have voted that this rule is okay. Maybe they don't think it will happen to them or to their family members or to their friends, but there is no way that this is constitutional by any means.
And, you know, and I see it almost on a weekly basis that America is operating outside of the law that is set up to govern its people. America is operating off codes and UCC codes and statutes that completely, maritime law, which completely violate the Constitution.
It's a foreign.
They're entering everyone into a foreign treaty. Everyone is being, so basically what's happening is that your lawyers, your judges, your police officers, your sheriffs for the most part, because when the police pull you over, they're putting charges on you according to statutes and codes, which completely, totally unconstitutional. That's why when you go in that courtroom, you got that flag and then you got those yellow phrases around it. What that basically means you're about to get railroaded, and you're an American citizen, but the law of America that is not protecting you, so they're violating on a daily basis. Man. These people are. You know, it's like Yaki said. They get to the point now where they're just gonna say, "Oh, you got us, we the devil," and so they're just going completely totalitarian, and they're just doing what the hell they want, man.
I got something for you.
Real
Bring it up, bro.
just to back up what he said about these foreign agents. The bar, I mean, some people claim the term bar is an acronym, which means this is what it is. British Accredited Registry. All right, when you're part of the bar, it's not a part of so-called American law. Just as when we if you go on to the Illinois Attorney General's website and you go into the about and go to the history of it, they'll tell you that they still go to pay homage and pay money to the crown.
And I basically just pointed that out in court proceedings when I talked down to two district attorneys and told them that very thing, that you're operating illegally and that you're committing a fraud. And that you're a part of a foreign entity that has nothing to do with this country, and you're enforcing those laws.
We'll pass that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We'll get back to that.
They wanted to change the talking point. They don't want to talk about that. They just wanted to keep talking about these statutes and codes. Which I told the judge, I said this is ridiculous that we even bringing up these statutes and codes. I've already proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they don't apply to me.
That's right.
All right.
I got something for you.
So go ahead, brother, bring it up.
This Wisdom of Solomon 2:11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
There it is.
But that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
So like Yak always say, you got us. We're the devil. But so what? What you gonna do? All right. We're gonna send all our armed, people and we're gonna do whatever the hell we want to. Go ahead, read, brother.
It says 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our terms, and he is clean contrary to our doings.
Right, so here you are talking about righteousness and justice and truth. We ain't trying to get out of here with this shit.
That's right.
We trying to get payments out of people. We don't give a damn about what's right and wrong.
That's right. They went through the scriptures, they went to the laws, and they said, "Oh, the Lord said, thou should not murder, we kill it. Thou should not do this, we doing that."
Exactly.
Whatever the Lord say, do they're doing the complete opposite. They're clean, contrary.
And that's right here. And he is clean contrary to our doings.
And the scripture say he come not to do what? Still kill and destroy. The enemy come not to do what? Still kill and destroy. Like Esau's like the Apostle of Bar like to say, the harbinger of death, man. This dude, anything he oppressed. What the scripture say? He oppressed a man
And his
heritage in his household.
And he's got these Americans shook because it's like you said. We're gonna line up the next video because a lot of Americans feel like this veteran right here, and this is a war. This is a battle tested individual telling you how scared he is. All right, how you been in all these battles and all of a sudden.
Turn into a bitch.
You scared at home.
Because he knows America loses this one. America's weak now.
Right.
And you guys be a fool to not see it.
That's right.
The best thing America got going for it is mutually agreed upon destruction. Because outside of that, the military is lacking might. It's too few people. Then you're training
And you got women among that, and they're gonna be almost worthless when everything goes down.
Definitely.
Their training is trash because these other countries, they're training from their youth.
Yep.
So it's in them. See, Americans are going to do this shit so they can get a little charge or some other dodge, a challenge.
Russians.
Some money.
Russians are in the 5th and 6th grade learning how to box, learning how to do judo.
Yep.
Taking guns apart.
And I don't know if you know much about judo, but judo is a very devastating art, and it's a very dangerous art to do on civilians because a judo practitioner could basically break your neck just throwing you to the ground. They could break your back, your arms, your legs just throwing you.
It was an interview, a guy, I don't forget who he was. He was just talking about the first 2 years in Russian school. Part of what the students learn is the 1-2 combo. For 2 years, this is the only combo they learn. So they know how to throw the perfect 1-2. Then they get advanced into
then they start learning the other stuff.
Hey,
Flips and uppercuts and hooks and overhands.
And what Bruce Lee said. He's more scared of a man that practiced one move 1,000 times.
The kid,
Yeah.
perfect at that motherfucker. And they also teach them how to fly helicopters.
Yep.
That's in their fucking curriculum. How to fucking fly, how to fix a goddamn helicopter.
Yep.
You know?
I was watching one of them.
Little ass kids.
Because these dudes are cutting their balls off. They becoming chicks.
Right.
Yeah.
Chicks with dicks.
Whole time they little shorties that fly fucking helicopters.
Wow.
10 years old. They learning how to fly helicopters. They doing cold plunges in the fucking cold
They're taking
ass
guns
weather.
and taking them apart, putting them back together. Cleaning them
Yeah,
up.
Girls.
and that's another thing
Blindfolded
too.
dogs.
They're taking them out into the cold weather and out into the woods and stuff, and let them survive out there. They're learning how to.
Yep.
They're on a whole different
They
mind
is.
frame. You take the average American, and like right now it's about 39 degrees. You take the average American and put them outside tonight without any resources, and they'll probably be dead by the morning. They're not gonna know how to find shelter. They're not gonna learn. They're not gonna know how to make a fire. They're not gonna know how to take care of themselves.
So they gonna try to go panic.
All right, and they're gonna sit down somewhere and ball up in the corner, and then they're gonna fall asleep and they're gonna freeze to death.
That's right.
Yep.
They don't know how to make, like you said, make a fire. They don't know how to make a shelter. They don't know how to do anything to be self-sufficient. Let alone these Americans over here.
And the other nations, as a matter of fact, the other nations are Israeli. It's funny too. Israelis are arming their citizens.
Yep. Come.
You know, they're arming their citizens. The other nations are telling their citizens to prepare for war. You know, even a lot of the European nations, and they're telling their citizens to prepare for war. But what does America do? Most of America tonight was watching the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift, watching Usher, a whole bunch of adulterous ass women, oohing and ahhing how they want to do something with Usher and all this other mess. That's what America was focused on tonight. All right.
It's the Taylor Swift show.
You know, Taylor Swift and the Kansas City Chiefs. All right.
And even one thing, even these other nations, even though they don't send their women off, they teach them this basic fucking combat. Them motherfuckers know how to protect themselves, and these bitches over here twerking and shaking their ass off.
The
Fucking
women know how to cook too. Those women know how to take a deer and dress it.
Yeah, field dress it.
They know how to do that, man. They know how to take a lamb or a goat and dress
They
it.
the ones who doing this shit.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, they are. They the ones that
And
are.
what's the woman over
Cutting
here?
off a hind quarter and
What's she
doing
gonna do? She gonna twerk for you? and give you an STD.
Tell them
All right,
and want to order out.
that's what exactly.
Cornflakes.
you tell them you go kill a chicken and you find some chickens, go kill it and cook it.
You're gonna find an STD before you find a twerk.
Well, either way, it's not good.
Come.
But play that second video. That
I'm scared, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm more scared now
turn it down just a little bit.
than I've ever been when I was at war. I've been to Iraq several times. I've been to Afghanistan several times. Bosnia, Macedonia, and Kosovo in the late 90s.
Bosnia and Kosovo were violent as
And
fuck.
I'm more scared now than I was when I was at war and on those peacekeeping missions. I'm scared. But what am I scared of? I'm scared of all the shit that the government is putting in place to crush us as Americans.
Yep.
And what's so crazy, the people that are aware like me and conscious like me, we are the minority when we need to be the majority. Because the majority of Americans don't even know what's going on. The people I talk to on a daily basis have no clue of what's going on. So when I try to enlighten them, I can tell by their demeanor that they don't want to hear. They already think I'm lying. They call me crazy.
You can
But they
pause
know
it
I
right
do my
there
research.
because I have to agree with him. It's actually refreshing, outside of talking to the brothers, because that's but it's actually refreshing to talk to an outsider that actually
Understands.
and like they can see it. Like, man, this shit,
Yeah.
Right.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
But the truth be said, that the majority of them they have no fucking clue,
And
so you got to be careful what you say, because they start looking at you. You know how many women I've heard that over the years, you're weird.
Weird or crazy.
I'm like,
They start trying to curse you out.
it's like, and I'm like, no, bitch, you're blind.
That's the issue.
You living in a delusion. You living in a false reality, and you're gonna find out. You're gonna find out that everything's not good and that you're not safe. You're gonna find out that you're not good at all.
Elder, if they listen to you, you pull them out their comfort zone.
Yeah, well, you're right. You matter of fact, I remember having that conversation with one of my clients. I was training her, and it was a dude, a Moabite dude who used to be in there with us, and his name was Eddie. We'd talk to Eddie all the time. And then, we were having this conversation, the three of us, while we were working. I'm training her, and he's in there working out. And this was before they pulled Russia Today off the.
Right. So you go on and look at it.
Because I would get in there before them, and I would always put
Put it
on
on there.
Russia Today. And so they be listening to the news. It's like, what the hell? That's going on, because they weren't listening.
Right.
You watching American media, so it was blowing them. And he was like, "Wow, man, this is too much for me."
Real.
And it was too real. And then he said exactly what you said. He said, I'd rather just be oblivious.
That's what a lot of
He said, I don't even want to know all this.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss.
It's so simple.
My old roommate Jordan, Edomite, said that shit. He said, I'd rather not know if I don't feel condemned or convicted about it. They don't want to think about it, so they don't feel guilty.
He said, because if I don't know, that happened to me. He said, man, because if I don't know, I ain't obligated. He said, don't tell me. I don't want to know, bro.
I got a precept. This is Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foresees the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. So, hey, like the scriptures say, they're going to be a pitiful case. Like, hey, shit. You had a chance at repentance if you were Israelite. You had a chance at repentance, and not that it matters, but even if you're not an Israelite, at least you know what's coming to you. You know.
That could be a part. That's just part of the fight. Like you said. If you can prepare your mind. It's almost like getting ready. Okay, if he's only good at throwing 3 particular punches, at least I can kind of be ready to deal with that. If he shoots something out of the pocket,
spinning,
right,
kicking,
right,
flying knees and shit. It's like what the hell? Hold on.
Right.
But then that's like this guy,
right?
Because then he turns around and says how we need to come together. As a matter of fact, let him speak a little bit more. Then he turns into Super Coon. Then he turns into we are the world, we are the people.
Rock his stupid ass.
Because this is a time right now that we need to come together. I don't care what your race is. I don't give a fuck about that. We need to come together as Americans and show this government that you are not going to crush us because we're not going to put up with it. But they're going to win.
So stop it.
Hey, what's all
You
you
hear what he just said? Take it back a little bit. He said, but they're gonna win. So you can't fight them, man. He said they're gonna. He said we gotta stand together so that they can't come together and crush us. But they're gonna win.
He ain't got no faith in nothing.
You know what? And you're right. They are. They're gonna crush you, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna die right along with her.
That's right.
Okay, she can go stand with you and sing "This is my land, this is my country" with the rock guitar all she want, man. It's not
on the carousel.
It's not gonna help you, man. You and her are gonna die side by side, man. Trying to stand against Uncle Sam, all right? Because only the elect that look and all these this bonding together is gonna fail. Just like watching The Walking Dead. If you any of you ever watched The Walking Dead, all the alliances always fell apart, man.
Yeah.
All right, it was always one group turning on the other group and all kind of bullshit like that, man. Okay, it ain't gonna work because it's not meant to work because this place is meant to be destroyed. All right, if the chaos is coming, the insurrection is coming, the martial law is coming. Man.
It ain't never meant for us to be together. Man.
Yeah.
The Lord set the division.
Yeah, that's right, Elder. And then you gotta remember, real quick, Mark 23. Mark 3.
I got you.
23 through like 25. Okay. Baba Kashal.
Yeah, this motherfucker is dead.
Yeah, and then second Ezra's 15. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
I got second Ezra's 15.
Go ahead,
I
bro.
got one before that.
Go ahead, bring it up.
This is Rock 3. I mean, it's like, obviously you. This is Rock 27-3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall certainly be overthrown. So all these different, like Elder Malcolm just said, all these different cliques, alliances, whatever, it's not gonna fucking work. This is what's gonna stand. The Lord said in Daniel, in the day of these kings, the Lord shall set up a kingdom, man, that shall stand, that shall not fall, that shall take down these other kingdoms. That's us. That's the brothers you see right here. All right, Lord willing, would elect our wives, our children. That's the kingdom that's being set up under YAHAWASHI. And we're taking down these other kingdoms. We're doing it right now just by speaking this truth.
The word of God.
All right, the Lord said He performed the words of His servants, the prophets. And what Isaiah 44 chapter. So the things we say, which His words anyway, He's going to do. So He's going to bring World War III. He's going to have these nations hate each other. They're going to fight against one another in a different lands. America will be invaded.
That's right.
The mark of the beast will be made mandatory. That chip.
That's right.
And it ends with thermonuclear destruction and our salvation.
And all that is happening is literally happening right now.
That's it.
Yeah. This word
and
will not come back.
it's only going to get worse and worse. Because that's all we're waiting on now is the microchip is here.
Yeah.
All we're waiting now is for it to be force implemented. That's the only thing that's left because World War III has already begun.
Yep.
It's already begun, man. All right. The MOTB is here. So all we need now is the event, and now then the recipes for chaos that's gonna bring it. That's here too.
Yep.
So it's all here, man, and it can all be this year, and I hope so.
Lord will.
Second Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world of them that dwell therein. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So we see this happening in different countries. These conflicts are increasing to the point where 2 13 say, when the Lord comes, the nations shall leave off fighting in the lands they are to come to fight against the land. So we hear, for there should be sedition among men. The Lord is upon the spirit of violence, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So what he's talking about is what we just read in 2 Ezra 15.
That's right.
Let's gather up to go against the government. Hey, look, Biden said it best. I'll fuck with Biden for what he said to the United States citizens. The Constitution did not give you just the right to get any gun you wanted, and it don't matter because you wouldn't need nukes to fuck with us. He made it clear we would nuke your ass. You don't have the capability to fuck with us. He's made it clear he's willing to nuke his own citizens, man.
Yeah, he made it very
He
clear.
made it, yeah,
How
he
you gonna
said,
fight against a
he
drone?
said send a couple F-16s.
Yeah.
He
You're
said,
hitting your
they don't
own
want-
men.
He said he didn't give a fuck. He's like, man, we can send a couple F-16s.
Right? Long shanks.
You ain't got
Long
that.
shanks.
They ain't got enough.
And what he say, yeah? He say, he said, but sir, he gave him the order, archers forward. He was like, he's like, but sir, I'm in it down there too. Well, we hit some of theirs too. You know, so right. So he gonna blast on his own people. He don't care, man.
When there was Thanos order.
That movie Return Living Dead, and the zombie represents these people that sleep, man. They at the bone, they nuke their own citizen. Return Living Dead, man. An old ass movie.
It's called collateral damage.
Yeah, I've been watching
And then what you don't realize in those zombie movies, man, the outbreak came from some shit that came from the government.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
No matter which movie it is or what storyline it is,
Yeah.
it's some shit that came from,
The government.
you know, the Center of Disease Creation. I mean the CDC. Right? Okay, it came. You know, that's where it came from. No matter no matter what the storyline. So let's get that that mark and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, this is Mark chapter 3, verse 8, starting at 23. All right, and it says, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a kingdom, it's like if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand.
And you got Esau divided in so many different levels. And so many. For first of all, you got the Democrats versus Republicans. You got the left versus the right. You got
The 1% against all of them.
all that. Then you also got Esau, Edom, NATO going to be against America, and you also got NATO and America together against Russia, which are also Edomites. Esau is divided from.
And then you got NATO against NATO.
Exactly.
And you also have Americans against Americans.
That's it.
And then you got the normal people versus the alphabet lifestyles.
That's right.
So if you got
the Bible versus the liberals.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble.
So exactly. This is about to be the most epic Royal Rumble in the history of Royal Rumbles.
Right.
All right. It's a little more to that.
Yeah, verse 26 it says, and if Satan rise up against Satan himself and be divided, he cannot stand. But hath an end.
So there it is, man. The adversary is become an adversary to himself.
That's right.
And he has an end.
It's understanding and team.
And there's no understanding left in team. Hey, so with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Over boards. Ain't that what snake eat itself?
Yep, over the boards.
I'm gonna count it back.